In this video, we're going to be going over an interesting topic that is, does cross-listing actually work? And we're going to be going over some of the sales that came on eBay over the last few hours. If you're new to the channel, my name is Bo Johnson. I am a full-time eBay reseller that did over 6 figures reselling on eBay last year. So we're going to be talking about why cross-listing is interesting to me, and we're going to be talking about how it's going to be affecting my business going forward. So let's get into what sold. This is a Brooks Brothers lightweight sweater for men that I just listed a couple weeks ago. It took a best offer of $12 plus shipping. Had this Lucky brand women's thermal sold for $12.56 plus shipping. Sold this BB dress rather quickly. It is vintage, and this brand, if you haven't heard before, is making a comeback along with Juicy Couture, more Y2K style brands. This sold for $20 plus shipping. I just listed it about a week ago. So one of the hardest things about selling clothing is learning about the different styles of clothing there is out there, especially when you're dealing with women's clothing. You know, is this an A-line dress, a fit and flare dress, a high-low dress, a maxi dress, a midi dress? Learning about just dresses can be a little bit overwhelming, which is why I developed this guide, the ultimate guide to eBay item specifics for clothing. In this 130-page book, you will learn every definition to every item specific there is on eBay. I did this mainly because when I was first starting out on eBay, I took a lot of time doing a lot of the research, learning about all the different sleeve types, all the different pant types, cuts, sleeve types, everything and so on. It can be overwhelming, right? So that was the purpose of creating this guide, to help beginners and intermediate clothing resellers to help develop better keywords, to help really master the items they're selling. So you can find it linked in the description down below, or if you're watching on the TV, you could just scan this QR code right here and it takes you right to Amazon. And I want to say a big shout out to people who have supported the book so far. A great reception. Everyone is loving it, and I'm very thankful for you guys making that purchase into your knowledge and your education and taking your business seriously. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Just sold this Silence and Noise women's top for $12 plus shipping. It's really nice to see things sell right away when you just list them. So going into the topic of today's video of why exactly am I considering doing cross-listing in the first place, what made me kind of get into it, what sparked my interest. The way that I was really trying to kind of expand upon my business was I wanted to have more eyeballs on my items that were listed in my eBay store. So you can see here I have over 9,500 items listed on several shelves here, and it's great. eBay's been awesome and I love it, and I'm still going to continue with it. But now how can I take these 9,500 items and get them in front of other people on different platforms? So Vendoo just recently had added this feature with the auto delist feature, and then that kind of got me thinking for the last month or so, because it is a pretty new feature. Should I just give it a try? Should I just give Poshmark a try? At least start with that, right? And I just listed my first 100 items on Poshmark via Vendoo, and sold my first item last night. So a pair of Nike shorts for $14. So that's cool. You know, that's great. That's nice to see progress. And what my plan is going forward is to get these items cross-listed all to Poshmark, and then cross-list them all to Mercari, cross-list them all to Depop. I'm basically going to cross-list them to every single platform that I can. And I'm going to have my VA manage all of Vendoo's features in there. When an item sells on Mercari, they're going to have to manually take it down on eBay, because that auto delist feature right now is only available for Poshmark. So once they start rolling out more of those auto delist features on other platforms, then I'm going to be all about it. But right now, you know, that's kind of my strategy going forward. And already sold one item with just 100 items listed in my Poshmark store. So Poshmark closet, whatever. So I'm just saying this is what I'm doing in my business. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but it really did intrigue me in thinking, okay, if I just spend, let's say, 30 minutes a day, you know, doing some extra stuff within Vendoo or cross-listing. Is it going to be worth it? I think so. And especially if I can train my VA to do some of those tasks that basically would just leave me hands off of the entire project. So I want to know, do you guys cross-list, and how have you seen it work for you in your business? I think it works really well for anyone that wants to expand upon other platforms besides eBay. So I'll keep you guys up to date. I'll keep you, you know, in the loop as to what I'm doing. You can find a 25% off coupon for your first month by using Vendoo in the link in the description below. So if you want to try it out, you can sign up, see how you like it. So we'll see what happens. But right now, let's get back into what sold. Still selling some older inventory without the markdown sale running. So these are some Columbia men's canvas pants. The SKU is a couple months old, probably about 6 months old. Sold these for full price of $16 plus shipping. Wanted to get into some comments that came on the channel just in the last few days. ENOCG21 says, new to your channel, do you prefer new with tag or used items to sell? Which one do better in sales? So I love selling new with tag items, but the thing is, they're hard to come by, especially if you're going out to thrift stores and garage sales and the Goodwill bins. So my preference is to sell new with tag items, though they're just harder to find, which is why I'm going to be doing more retail arbitrage, looking for items that I could go into stores like Burlington, Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Ross, mainly focusing on shoes, but we're going to be seeing how that's going to go in my business. I went yesterday and only found 3 items in about an hour that were going to actually be worth listing on eBay. So as you can see, it's going to take some time for me to get familiar with checking comps of all of these items in the store. So it's going to be nice. I found 2 Peloton tank tops for $2 that resell with 100% sell-through rate, and they sell between $25 and $35. I also found 1 pair of Nike cleats with 100% sell-through rate, and they sell between $50 and $60. I got them for $19. So things like that, I'm going to be bringing in more new with tag items. I believe that the majority of the sales on eBay are new items. So that's another thing too. I'm ramping up for Q4. I want to bring in newer items because that's usually what people are buying around the holiday season. All right, so we just had another dress sell. This is by the brand Bowden, and this dress sold for $18 plus shipping. Just listed this. The SKU number is 17812, so this was just listed a couple weeks ago. And right on, 18 bucks. These women's chino pants by the brand Star City sold for $14.36 plus shipping. So I have a question for you guys. If you are not cross-listing and you just focus on one platform, would you consider cross-listing if you just spent maybe 30 minutes to an hour extra a day if you're able to make maybe an extra 100 to 200 sales a month? That for me was the weighing. I had to weigh my options, right? I had to figure out what was I going to even do. But I want to know, what would you guys do? If you can make an extra, let's say $1,000 in sales a month by cross-listing, would you do it? Is it worth it? Is it going to be worth your time? Or would you rather just focus on one platform? The thing that tipped me over the edge, the only thing, was when Vendoo added the auto delist feature. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I knew that I didn't want to spend a ton of time managing what is selling on multiple platforms, ending that item on eBay. That just sounded like a headache. And I've heard the horror stories from that. So we'll see what happens. Sold these GH Bass men's pants for $10 plus shipping. I took a best offer, not a problem. This Maurice's plus size top actually sold for full price. This would have been on my markdown sale. So anything over 120 days old gets a 20% off discount, but not this month. We sold this for $13 plus shipping. These women's American Eagle chino pants, a small sized as well. These are a size 2, sold for $17.95 plus shipping. So I took a best offer on this because this brand is okay. Calvin Klein men's shirt sold for $6 plus shipping. My cutoff point for profitable items is about $3. So I need to sell my items for over $3 just to be able to turn a profit. Calvin Klein shirt, not exactly a hard item to find, so I took it and I just listed it. 17, what is that? 17,567. Here's kind of what my Poshmark closet looks like so far, just importing a lot of items in from eBay via Vendoo, having my VA do all of that. But it's pretty nice, you know, things are coming along nicely. What I'm doing as far as my strategy is getting all of my oldest items listed first so I could see how they kind of are, get a little bit more traffic headed their way for those older items. But what I wanted to mention too was Vendoo is going to be transferring all of my items at once here in the next few weeks. It just takes a little bit of time to transfer all 9,500 items onto multiple platforms. So we'll see how that goes, and definitely things are going to be ramping up from there as I'm just going to have more of my items listed on multiple platforms. Had this men's Honolulu, Hawaii shirt sold for $10 plus shipping. This was an interesting one. This came from an Amazon return pallet that I bought when I first got started reselling, oh man, 2 years ago. But I had taken such a long time to get this item listed. I just listed it when we moved into this warehouse here, and it sold pretty quick. It's by the brand Cancy Store Dress 2XL. White floral, cold shoulder, sold for $13 plus shipping. We have a Polo Ralph Lauren button-up shirt sale, sold for $25 plus shipping. This came from the storage unit buyout I did last year with a bunch of new with tag items. So this also was an item that would have been marked down 50-60%, but was able to take a best offer of $25. All right, so we had these women's joggers just sold. Listed them a day ago, sold on a best offer of $11 plus shipping. Had these shorts recently sell. They were listed for quite some time, a couple months, by the brand Dakota Blue. So don't know if you're familiar with that. Size 14, so that's a nice size. Really nice to sell shorts here at the last part of summer. Took a best offer of $17 plus $6.95 shipping. This LL Bean Goose Down Puffer Vest, I just listed this a week ago, but it had a few holes. So when there's holes, usually I'm open to taking a generous offer. I had it listed for $27.95. I took an offer of $10 plus shipping, mainly because it's got a couple holes here in the back, and these puffer vests have holes and they're goose down, it's a little tricky to get them sewed up, but happy with the sale regardless. All right, selling some more sweaters. This is by the brand Top Man, a men's cardigan sweater sold for $34.95 plus shipping. So selling on eBay and any platform in general can be a little bit tricky, especially if you have no idea where to start and what you're doing, which is why Marcus Dixon and I have created a reseller mentorship, helping you guys go further faster in your reselling business. Right now, we're offering a 7-day free trial where you can join over 50 other members growing their reselling businesses. We offer 9 hours of coaching every week via Zoom. Marcus does the morning call, I do the evening call. You also have access to 2 reseller spreadsheets to help track your cost of goods and your average sale price and other expenses, as well as an item specifics guide, a BOLO brand list, and also a store review. So you guys can check it out, link down below, or if you're watching on the TV, you can scan this QR code right here and you can check it out. 7 days for free. See if you like the community, join the Discord, and see if it's for you. It's not for everyone. You know, the Discord's not for everyone. People don't like to use Zoom, and that's fine. That's why we're offering 7 days free. Try before you buy. And then if you do like it, it's just $1 a day after that to help you guys get you on the fast track to hitting 6 figures. We'd love to see you there. So I know it might seem like there's a lot of changes going on in my business, and I do love change, but only when I initiate it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be sticking with cross-listing. It doesn't mean I'm going to be sticking with doing storage units and retail arbitrage. I'm doing only these things to help show you guys that be open to change, be open to new ideas. The world is constantly in a state of change. That's really the only thing that's guaranteed, is that things will change. So these are the changes that I'm initiating in my business. It doesn't mean that they're set in stone and that I'm stuck with it. Once I start cross-listing, I can't go back. I'm just going to try it and see how it goes. And that's what I want to show on the channel. I want to show the failures. I want to show the successes, because I want to do that so I know that if it works for me, it can work for you. I'm just a regular guy talking to a camera in a warehouse. So there's no schooling or extra things that I did to get here, right? Other than the glory of God, right? Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity. But I want to just show you guys everything behind the scenes, and I want to do it to mainly help you guys. Maybe if you could take one or two keys from what I've learned to help you grow your business, I consider that a great success. So if you guys want to know what items that I'm on the lookout for in the items that are on my brand list and what I'm looking for, you can check out linked below, where there's actually a free ebook where there's my top 50 brands that I look out for all the time. Included in that is sell-through rates and a brief description about the brand. You could also check out this video here where it goes over those top 10 brands within that brand list and why I look out for those. So I hope you all have a blessed rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.